Hello there, members of the vinyl community. Tony P, Two from the Trunk, coming at you from the lower levels of the Perla Mansion, Casa de Perla. At the bottom, the Queen is upstairs watching 90 Day Fiancés. Not that that's a bad thing, because I find them extremely interesting, that TV program. That being said, I will move on. Richard McCook, a gentleman who has an excellent YouTube vinyl community channel, has pondered 10 questions to vinyl community video makers. And maybe I fall into that category. We shall see. He has 10 questions, and he'd like to answer those 10 questions. That's his thread. So, let me go on. Number one, what is the most important to you, views or subscribers? Well, I think it's a symbiotic relationship. I've said this before on one of Rachel the Music Mam's streams. I think it's a symbiotic relationship. You want the views, but you hope they stick around, to see more, and you hope they do subscribe. So I take it as that. One goes hand in hand with the other. You want people to see a lot of your content, but you want them to stay to see more content. Okay, so it's a symbiotic relationship. I say yes and yes. So there you have it. 2, do you have an optimum length for your videos? I try to keep them around 10 minutes, a couple minutes over, a couple minutes less. Being a teacher for 37 years, I understand attention span. And one of the studies way back in the 70s was about high school kids, about 20 minutes. So I think I don't want to go 20 minutes. So I think 10 should be pretty good. So I try to do everything real quick. Try to give you as much information as I can. Sometimes I go over, sometimes I, depending upon what the subject matter is. So around 10 minutes, I try. Not always successful, either way. So 10 minutes. 3, is it a chore making videos, or are you addicted to it? And do you still get nervous? I like doing them. I'm always nervous. Even though you think of being a teacher for so many years, you'd be okay. I'm better now than I was when I was at the very beginning, knowing that, I can talk to you just like I talk to anyone else. So, you're sitting back here, I'm sitting here, so I'm not as nervous as I used to be. But I still get nervous about content, that I don't want to offend anyone. I try to be as positive as I can with everyone. I always believe you always got more flies with sugar than you do with vinegar. I think that's honey. Get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. I haven't screwed that up. See? All right. Now, 4, how do you react to bad, negative comments on your video? I have some thumbs down on some videos. I mean, that's okay. That's a prerogative. That's why it's there. I haven't encountered any negative comments or bad comments yet. I have a belief that a lot of people in the VC are very supportive and try not to be. I think they're more constructive than anything. But you always have the option of blocking if you had to, or deleting comments, and I haven't had that problem so far. So I hope not. I try to be as positive with other people, and I hope they feel the same way to me. Positive. Number 5, do you ever buy records to show on your channel? Kind of. Because I know, if you know my channels, I'm a thrifter. I like to find stuff out in the wild, not necessarily in record stores, but in thrift shops. And sometimes I do come across things that I think that, boy, that would be really neat to talk about. I think I just showed an album not too long ago in my just previous video or two. I found an album called Kitty Hawk for $1, and found out it was a jazz band. Okay, I've never heard of them before. It was never brought out by the VC. I even asked the great one, Mazzy, if he ever heard of Kitty Hawk, the jazz band. And he said no. So yes, that's why I bought it. It was $1. I mean, how can you go wrong if you buy things for $1 that are thrifting? So sometimes I do. I have to admit that. But I always buy music that I like, that I think I'll like, or if somebody else recommended it. I got a Getz Gilberto jazz album because Mazzy showed it a couple of times, and it was at a thrift store. So heck, it would behoove me not to buy that thing for $1. And I didn't go into detail with it, but I showed the cover of it in a video or two. I think it was one of my favorite jazz albums, and it is. Okay, so there. How would you like to improve your channel? I think I would like to have more deep cuts than what I do. I wanted to have more backstories about why albums are the way they are, why are songs the way they are, the people involved and how they're related to one another. And it's because of the vinyl community that got me to do that. You know, before I didn't care who produced things. I didn't care, you know, who played along with who on that album. And you find out some amazing things about who was backing people up. You know, stars who were stars in their own right are back here helping someone else. And they were okay with it. You know, the fact that Eric Clapton is on a Beatle album. As My Guitar Gently Weeps. Is that the one? I could be wrong. Please don't yell at me. I just threw that at the top of my head. I know Eric Clapton's in there somewhere. So, what are your thoughts on video streams? I like them. They're fine. They're funny. They're interesting. You meet a lot more interesting people. I'm a little bit scared of going on one of those because I have control of this here. Okay, sometimes I don't have control if I'm live. You know, you can't bring it back. You know, you can't rewind. So sometimes that's why I stay in the peanut gallery. Sometimes I be chicken. Okay. 8. What is your most viewed video, and are you surprised? Yes, because some of the videos I think are really good. And you got like 3 people are watching them, you know, in Siberia. Look, throw it back on. Come a little quick. That's the worst Russian accent you ever get from me. Okay, but anyway, it's the 2021 vinyl tag, 760 views and 63 comments. I mean, I'm so grateful. People, you know, actually listen to me. 760 views. Wow. I'm very grateful for that. Very, very grateful. I'm glad, and that's what I mean. You know, views are very important, but you hope those people would stick around. Maybe they'd like a little bit more content of what I have. Okay, that was number 8. Number 9. Have you ever made videos where you are not wearing trousers? No. No. The pants. Sometimes the stretchy pants, you know. Number 10. How long do you intend on making videos? As long as it's fun. As long as it's fun, as long as I'm in a community where people are happy to watch and happy to be here and supportive and positive. But that's it. Fort Pitt, those are my answers. I will place Richard McCook's link below. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. This is Perla. Peace, love, rock and roll. God bless you. It's snowing outside, a little chilly. So stay warm, be good. God bless you. See ya.